This is James Holder for iFall TV. I'm in Leeds today, ahead of the North of the Power show. With me, I've got the WBC International Champion, Stephen Smith. How are we doing, Steve?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. You?
I'm very well, I'm very well. Massive opportunity for yourself in Fernando Saucedo. This fight's been spoke about. I know it was meant to happen in March. You finally got your date. Yeah. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, as you know, it was meant to happen in March. Unfortunately, injury put pay to that really, and it couldn't happen. But you know, it's happening now. I'm glad it's taking part, and you know, it's a massive opportunity for myself. Beating him, and I'll take his ranking and his WBC silver title. So you know, I'll be sort of next in line for the world title. You know, I'll be there and thereabouts, and that's the dream really, to become world champion.
Just having a look at the WBC rankings, you're currently ranked at 4th. I believe Saucedo's ranked between 4th and 3rd. Sorry, you're currently ranked.
Yeah, I'm 10. He's 4. Yeah, 3 or 4. Yeah.
So it is a massive opportunity for yourself, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah. It'll put me up there, and you know, I know he's 2 or 3 in the IBF as well. So you know, it's just pushing on towards that dream really of becoming world champion, and you know, winning the WBC silver title along the way is another massive bonus.
Very, very impressive record.
Yeah.
52 victories. How much of his last performances have you watched?
To be honest with you, I've watched a lot of them, even when you know, he was sort of trying to make this fight in November when I boxed Medina, and when I was watching Medina, his last fight was against Saucedo, so you know, I seen him then, and then obviously the fight was going to happen in March, so I've watched a lot of him and studied him for that, and you know, this time round now in May, it just feels like, you know, spent a lifetime studying him and seeing what he does and what he doesn't do, and you know, it's been a long time coming, but it'll all be worth it in the end.
You've worked towards this moment for a long time in your life, knocking on the world door to the elite level. How far do you think you're away from getting a world title shot?
Well, you know, this is a massive win on that journey, and I think, you know, when I win this, you know, I'm only within a couple of fights of it, definitely. I think, you know, whether I have a final eliminator or beforehand, or you know, whether something comes about and where the deal can be done, but you know, I know if I win this, I'm only a couple of fights away, and you know, as you say, that's a dream.
How far do you think you've progressed in, say, a year?
A lot. I think, you know, when I had them 12 months out, people probably wondered what I've been up to, and I said, you know, I couldn't say enough really that I was improving all the time in the gym, and I know sparring, but you can still be learning and coming on and progressing, and I think when I come back after the year out of shows against Buckland, how much I'd come on, and you know, things I've been working on, and they were coming off in the gym, and you know, I still think since then, you know, I've still been progressing as a fighter, and you know, I'm getting better and better as time goes by.
Do you think that impressive KO victory over Buckland was the catalyst that kind of woke people up to your ability, and with that long layoff, what you can actually do? Yeah,
definitely. I think, you know, with it being as impressive as it was, I think people sort of sat up and took notice then and thought, well, hang on, yeah, you know, this is what he can do, and you know, rather than writing me off, I think they saw really the talent was there and the power was there, and you know, I think with them two things, you can go a long way in boxing.
The only defeat as a professional comes at the hands of Lee Selby. Yeah. Lee knocking on the door for world honours as well. Do you envision you and him meeting again sometime in the future?
Definitely. I've always said, you know, as long as we both keep winning, that's a massive fight that can be built up for British boxing, and you know, if he goes on and wins a world title, all the best to him, and if I do the same, then it just makes it an even bigger fight, and it's one the public will want to see even more. Looking
at some of the fights Eddie's made, he's got no qualms about putting some of his fighters in together, so again, that fight could happen, couldn't it?
Definitely, yeah. I think, you know, the stable he's got together, he's got a lot of good fighters, and you know, public demand speaks a lot as well, and I think, you know, if he's got 2 world champions, they fought in the past and are in a weight next to each other, then it's a fight that people want to see, and I believe it'll happen.
I know you've got a young family. How are the family doing? Everything all right?
Yeah, good, thanks. Yeah, my little lad's growing up fast. I think he's growing up a bit too fast. He's 20 months now. It's scary how fast time goes, and you know, I think you don't realise it with your own. But you know, I love life with the way it is now. I think, you know, being a dad suits me, and you know, I'm enjoying every minute.
Do you think with your lad being 20 months, it's helped you mature as a man and kind of gave you that grounding?
Yeah, definitely. I think it gave me a different outlook on life. You know, I just used to get on with things beforehand, and you know, not be so bothered. But now, you know, it's given me something to focus on and something to really, you know, get up and go. And I've got to get things done really now for him, and you know, his priorities come first. So you know, I'll make sure that, you know, he doesn't go without, and if I can do anything I can to give him a better life, I will do. So you know, that's the plan really, and that's why I'm pushing towards that world title, and I won't stop till I get it.
Good answer. Talk a little bit about football. I know you're a Liverpool fan. Do you think the Reds can hold on and do it?
I've been confident. You know, the run we've been on, I've been saying, you know, we'll win the league, and you know, last weekend was a massive slip up for us. I think I couldn't see Chelsea. I thought Chelsea might like scruff a draw out of us, but I didn't think they'd win at Anfield, and you know, I was gutted when it happened, and I think City are favourites now, but you you know, you never know. Everton might do us a favour and hold them to a draw and take points off them. I mean, Everton are a good side at home at Goodison, they're hard to beat. So, you know, if they go in there with ambition and want to win, then you know they can definitely beat City.
Especially under Martinez, they've got the capability of nicking a goal, haven't they?
Yeah, he's Martinez is a good manager. It's a weird feeling, really. Like most Liverpool fans, even like him, you know, he does seem a good fella, and you know, he plays some good football. He's got Everton playing good football, and it's good to be from Liverpool at the minute because you know Liverpool and Everton are probably playing two of the best teams football in the league. So, you know, if Everton can do us a favour and hold City to a draw or beat them, then you know even better, and I think we'll win it. But you know, it's going to be a nail-biting one till the end anyway.
Last question. Last year, a lot of people were looking at Brendan Rodgers and saying they wanted him out, etc. I saw the Twitter campaigns. Now, I'm not saying that you yourself felt like that, but
no.
Was you amongst that? Did you have concerns of him managing the club?
To be honest with you, when he got given the job, I was unsure. I didn't really know of him, only what he'd done at Swansea. But even at Swansea, I knew Martinez was there before him, so I didn't know whether that was much down to his own work or what. And you know, I heard he was keen. He'd been working under Mourinho in the past and stuff. And I thought, you know, I was unsure, but you know, the same as most Liverpool fans, whoever's in there, we'll back him. You know what I mean? And I thought, you know what, get behind him now. I didn't want him for the job, but once he got it, I've backed him ever since. And I think the people who jumped on the bandwagon in his first year was stupid, really. I think you've got to give anyone time, and I think that's probably why some people, you know, fell for Moyes at United. I think, you know, in his first year, but the difference with him was he took over champions and a good squad, and really catapulted them the wrong way. They all went down the league, whereas, you know,
I'm a massive Moyes fan, I must have.
Yeah, I think, you know, he done a great job at Everton, and you know the years he went there, and you know he was doing well and he was progressing, but you know he couldn't do that at a club like United where they'd had success before, and he went in at the top and he couldn't hold it. So I think the ones who were moaning about Rodgers in his first year were, you know, a little bit fickle, but you know he's come back now. He's paid people for the you know the loyalty, the ones who stood by him, and you know he's got us playing brilliant football, and it's a pleasure watching Liverpool.
Alright, well listen Steve, thank you for giving me a bit of time today.
No problem, mate.
I wish you the best for the 21st
Thanks
of May,
very
I genuinely do.
Thanks,
I hope it's a good night for you, and
Fingers
no
crossed.
doubt we'll be there to capture you afterward.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, mate.
Thanks Steve.